some awesome news came through the pipeline if you're an NLL fan. Now, if you're in the NLL circles in the media, you're like, oh, well, this guy's a locker room, blah, blah, blah. Listen, first of all, for those who say that, shove it. Like, honestly, shove it. I am so tired of hearing about Callum Crawford not being this and not being that. If this dude had been on a good team and won an NLL Cup, these people who say that crap would call him a champion and a veteran. He's tried and true. He's amazing. Because he won a championship, we keep hearing all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure you have your sources. I've got mine too. All I know is that Callum Crawford seems to be awesome. He was one of the first people I ever interviewed, even like before this show even began. It was on a previous show. The guy's awesome, okay? He is a superstar and deserves that respect. But now he goes to Albany, whatever that bridge is called. Shout out to the bridge in Albany. As he goes to Albany, goes back to the FireWolves / Black Wolves thing, which is very interesting, playing New England Black Wolves. Is there anything left in the tank? I'm glad you asked. Did you know that Callum Crawford, of course you knew that he was in Panther City, but what did he do just last year? You know, like we know that Callum Crawford is a guy who's been in the NLL for quite a long time. Let's see here. Started with the Calgary Roughnecks. Why has everyone played for Calgary? That's what I'm trying to figure out. San Jose Stealth, Chicago Shamrocks, those need to come back. Edmonton Rush, Minnesota Swarm, Colorado Mammoth, New England Black Wolves, Buffalo Bandits, hey Buffalo fans, New York Riptide, great seafoam green there, Panther City, Philadelphia Wings, and now the Albany FireWolves. That's 12 different franchises since he was introduced in the league as the 18th overall pick in the second round in 2005 by the Roughnecks. He's been around the block. But now he is, what is he, 40 years old. He's like LeBron, okay? He's 40 years old. What did he do last year with Panther City? Oh, 42 goals, 51 assists. Not bad. And those of you that say he's a selfish player, he only had 57 turnovers. I say only. You know how many times I had to hear that Jeff T was an amazing player when he had a season with 100 turnovers? If that ain't selfish, I don't know what is. I don't care who you got on your team or not. That matters. And for this narrative that he cannot help any team win, it doesn't make any sense to me. Again, that is a 93 points in the last full season he played. Well, Michael, now it's another year. You know, that's fine. The guy supposedly doesn't want to play anywhere else besides close to home. That's what I was told. That's not what I was told. That's what I heard from other media people. They're like, this guy only wants to play close to home. Okay, cool. Signs with the Wings after being dispersal drafted by the Seals. Wings dump him after a game. What did he do in that one game? 1 goal, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. Another really good stat line. What? And now you're like, Albany obviously realized blowing leads was not good enough. So Albany says, you know what? We'll take your trash Philadelphia Wings. And now, again, he's going back across the country away from his home to play lacrosse because he's still really good at it. And I'm so passionate about this again because he has been so gracious to me. I love watching him play. And if a few people are upset that he was mean to them, so be it. Maybe he wants to be great. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't think anybody actually does. All I know is that this guy can ball. This guy is great with a stick in his hands. He's 40 years old. I compare him to LeBron multiple times because he's still producing at a very good level. Okay? Albany FireWolves, and here's the part where it's going to change from me cheering for Callum Crawford, throwing the pom-poms up for him, to being realistic about Albany FireWolves. I'll put it this way. In today's power rankings, for a team that is 1-3, they're not as low as you'd think they would be for me. I do think there's a lot of value in holding leads and stomping people to start games. And as much as I've said Albany, those are damning losses, especially to Halifax and Calgary, I do think there is a scenario, there's a possible future, if you want to go Marvel on me, there's a possible future where Albany was actually just maybe, I'm not saying they weren't caring, but they were kind of maybe taking the competition lightly after they stomped them early. It could be a thing. I'm not saying, it's a long season. These guys got personal lives, man. They're not even paid the millions of dollars. Even those guys who are paid millions do that stuff. So I think Albany, they just stacked the deck. Is it Kevin Durant to the Warriors? No. Is it a big three? Well, I don't know about three, but Dyson Williams, Alex Simmons, Ty Kurtz, Callum Crawford. That's not terrible, right? Come on, guys. And the best part is, aren't Kurtz and Simmons righties in the first place? In my opinion, I'm just going to go on and say it. I don't even know if Callum Crawford's going to play a ton. He might play in really good spots. So I'm excited. And again, it fits perfectly in Josh H's comment. Welcome back, Josh H, to the comment section. Who do you think sits for Albany to have Crawford play? I don't know if they sit. Much like with the Wings like plug and play Brandon O'Neill whenever they need to. Albany has had this awful scenario where, to me, as good as Dyson Williams could be, I'm not a fan of him playing a bulk. And I know he's a lefty, and I know it's a whole righty-lefty thing, but I don't think Ty Kurtz and Alex Simmons will be mad if they get a breather because Callum freaking Crawford comes in and plays. Like, what? Come on. And the reminder that last time with the Wings, it was, he was just clogging up the offense. So, what is it? Who was the guy? Like, not Sanford. Who was the guy with the Wings? It was, so he can thrive? I'm like, what? Guys, again, this is Callum freaking Crawford. I think he is begging to win a championship. He will do anything it takes, and that includes being a team guy. Okay? You don't think a seasoned veteran knows how to limit his emotions if there is some, I don't know. All I know is that this to me is awesome. Rating it 1 to 10 off the top of my head, 8. I don't know if it pushes him over the Bandits, but can make them very competitive. I think there's something left in the tank, and I think the Albany FireWolves are going to be fine. I really do. Alrighty. That was fun. I love being passionate about Callum Crawford.